Hashtag Journal Care in the news is our topic for today, for day 15 of the Journal Care Journal Project. You've heard of Inktober? Well, this is similar, except we're documenting COVID-19 and the pandemic through our artwork as artists and teachers. So I've taken up the topic of in the news, and that can be interpreted in many ways, but how media influences what it is that we understand and how we're kind of dealing with the pandemic. So I did one section in my larger book. I have two that I'm working on. So here I've done some cross-outs where I've taken the news articles, crossed off and highlighted particular words. And then I've done a spray paint overlap of viruses through a template that I made to kind of reflect the beginnings of the pandemic and what was going on in the news. The confusion, the hopefuls, the good and the bad are kind of all sort of documented here as a two-page spread. I'm also doing this with my students, so I've created some student samples. So one of them deals with kind of the craziness over toilet paper and people just trying to get it and can't get it. Another one is kind of a pop-out. So you can go three-dimensional with this, like a pop-out book. There's another cross-out poem so that they could have an example of what that might look like. I actually photocopied the newspapers in the background, and this is a photocopy as well, because photocopies won't yellow over time, whereas newspapers will. So if you're concerned about archival, quality of your work, sometimes photocopying it or printing it out can sometimes be a good way to go. Here's another one. When my mom told me what was happening to her retirement account, it kind of inspired this one with the stock market kind of on fire and money on fire. Kind of a quick synopsis of that. And then I did one for March 26th, 2020. That was the day that the United States surpassed all other countries for the number of infected. So on that date, we had over 82,000 people infected. And then I did another pop-out of FedEx Field, which holds 82,000 people to get an idea of the scale. And, kind of where number one is something that's been really pushed, in our politics. So here it is in a negative sense. So there are many ways that you can kind of deal with how the media, is portraying this and how it is affecting you. It could be a document, almost a time capsule of what's going on now as you're creating, or it could be, something that inspires another work of art, be it a painting, drawing, pop-out sculpture, or something else in your journal, or even a written reflection. I've also created a quarantine coloring book, which is available on Amazon. And this is also going to be things in the news, from the doctor who discovered the virus, China tried to shut him down, and then he died from the virus. The idea of toilet paper, scarcity of supplies, how people were gouging folks for supplies. So some of these items are definitely in the news. How Easter was sort of shut down by quarantining. And then there was also the incident in New York where they're doing mass graves. So some of these pages I might actually rip out and use in my own altered book journal to kind of, document what's going on and what's in the news. And certainly we all remember when the health official got on the news and licked her finger as she was telling people that they had to wash their hands. So it was very ironic. So there's going to be links to the whole 30-day challenge in the description below. You're welcome to kind of look it up and join along because this will be available probably forever on the internet. You can join the 30-day challenge whenever you'd like. But please hashtag your work Journal Care so that we can find it. This is being done through Michelle Harrell and the North Carolina Museum of Art, as well as the National Art Education Association. So if you hashtag it, then we can find you, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever platform you prefer to use. So again, check out the description. If you like my video series, please like and subscribe, and please stay creative during this pandemic. It's what keeps us all sane. Thanks, and have a great day.